Hi everybody, today I'm going to make a video on a Trump video on Marina Trump. She is born April 26, 1970. She's from Yugoslavia. Uh, she's a Republican. She is 56. She's from Yugoslavia. She had two citizenships in Yugoslavia and Soviet Yugoslavia since 1981. She's been, she's the third wife of Donald Trump. So I'm going to do a reading on her and just her and Donald Trump, so both. So please tell me, how was her childhood? I always ask people that. How was her childhood? Did she have a happy childhood, or was it stinky? And sometimes I swear, and this is entertainment purposes. So please tell me, how was his, how was Marina's Trump's, we'll see. I'm going to try to shuffle. I haven't shuffled in a long time. It's hard to shuffle these. How was her childhood? All right. I also do article cards. So I'm going to do, how was her childhood? I'll do three of these. How was her, two of them, I mean. How was her childhood? Please tell me how. Sometimes these stinky shuffling cards, but. All right, here we go. Article cards, you can't really, I don't think you can do reverses on article cards. Here we go. She had love with her family. She cared deeply about her family, and she cared about her family, and she had new relationships outside the family, like cousins and aunts and uncles. So she had a good relationship, and she felt happy with her relationship with her parents and her family, in the most part, and her siblings, if she had any. But there was chaos too. Brothers and sisters, parents or step parents, if she has any of them, they sometimes fight and they have disagreements, and she fought with them sometimes, because she wanted to be independent and do her own thing. So sometimes siblings and family members fight, so that happens, normal. And she was depressed when she fought. She didn't like to fight with her brothers and sisters, if she had any, has any, or her parents. She didn't like to fight with them, or her grandparents, aunts, uncles. She didn't want that. She wanted to have stable relationship. She didn't like that. She felt sometimes she was a failure as as a daughter or a sister. Sometimes she felt a failure being in the family sometimes, which is sad. All right, you need to grind and bear it, maintain. She tried to maintain the job of being a good daughter. And she said, smile and make it nice to get the position you want. Yeah, be a position of what you want. It doesn't necessarily always have to be a job, meaning in the job sense of job, but in the family. So she tried to be a good position, what she wanted in the family. She wanted to be a good person in the family. Progress. It seems like a long sludge, but effort will pay off. Stay on course for at least a few more months before making a challenge. I guess it means that she's going to do a challenge of working hard with her inside her family, and it will pay off. In the past, it's going to pay off. She had some, problems with her family, but who doesn't, All right. When she met Donald Trump, did they meet through, friends? Did she go to a dinner? I'm going to see that. Did she go to a dinner with to meet Donald Trump? Or did someone introduce her? Let's do that. Was she introduced by Donald Trump? Eventually I'll get better at this. I'm not very good at shuffling. Was she introduced by Donald Trump? Someone, knew Donald Trump. And was she introduced by Donald Trump? Please tell me. Was she introduced by someone by Donald Trump or acquaintances or, Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. And then, was she introduced by someone by Donald Trump? By someone they knew? Well, that one's a little bit better. All right. Yeah, so it's someone they knew. She knew. She had struggles to get to know him because he's a very popular person and he's kind of intimidated. So it was a struggle getting to know him, and the people finding her getting to know him, and how you meet someone. So there was some struggle. He probably didn't always have the most time to spend with her, like, I'll call you and, she's waiting by the phone or something and say, this guy should call me. So she had struggling and lack of motivation. She thought he didn't have a very good motivation in the sense of, wanting to get to know her. She was upset over that because he was lack of motivation, didn't really, he's into himself, and she didn't know that at the time. And she got exhausted too in this relationship. Was interesting. Yeah, she was exhausted getting to know him. Also, the people were getting to introduce him, so she was exhausted by hanging out with him. But she's nurturing. She's a nurturing person. This is the mother card. She's very nurturing. She's caring. She wanted, when she got to know him, she was a nurturing person. She wanted him to sweep her off her feet. She's a caring person. She's a very accomplished person. Like, she was a model. She made her own money, so she didn't really need his money. She took care of herself. She didn't really need his money, even though he was a multi-millionaire, billionaire. She could, she could pay for her own way in life, and she had developed accomplishment. Like I said, she was a model, and she probably could have done stuff like make perfume and stuff. So she was an accomplished person. And she was courage. She was courage in this relationship. She wanted things to go well in this relationship when they were courting and when they were dating, getting introduced and stuff like that. And she was joy and happy about them dating, and she thought it was a dream come true meeting Donald Trump, the guy who says, I'm going to fire you or something, you're fired and stuff like that on that show. I never really watched it. And she was very confident in this relationship. All right, long term. And an opportunity could turn into a long career move, or you will be asked to commit. She was committing to this relationship. She was hoping it would be a long stay relationship. In this relationship, she was hoping the relationship would be long term. She was thinking long ahead, like maybe it would be marriage or something like that. She was hoping for the best. And influence. You are in the influence, your change. You may do public speaking. So she knew that if she got involved with Donald Trump, she would be in the spotlight, which she didn't really mind, I guess. And she wanted to be popular. It came with the story of dating Donald Trump. You'd be in the spotlight, and you have to have options. Maybe you would be on television, have interviews. So she didn't seem to mind being in the public eye. That's a good one. All right. In the past and present, I'm gonna do a little different video that I learned on YouTube. It's their past and present relationship. Donald Trump and Melania Trump. I'll see. Melania Trump and their relationship in the past and the present. I know that was a little bit. I'm going to ask, what does she think of the past relationship she has with him and the present, and what's going to happen in the future and stuff like that? in the relationship. And I'm going to do article. This is going to be my kind of relationship spread. It's a new one that I'm inventing. So, you can make your own or spreads if you want. That's what they said. Like I said, I'm learning how to shuffle. So this is my spread that I'm learning how to do. This, and I'm gonna do article cards. I know in a lot of spreads you don't do that, but I love article cards. So, all right, this is the past for Marina. I'm probably screwing her name. 3 cards for that, and this is Donald for the past. Is for the past, and this is the present. I'll have to, there's not a lot of room, so I'll have to do that. The past. This is her past. This is his past. This is her present, and this is his present. And these seem to work well, these cards. I think these are the most accurate, and this is going to be all right. Yeah, this is my. All right, I'm gonna move some of this crap out of the way. If you can't see all my cards, sorry. I'm learning how to use a camera. I don't have an expensive camera, so I'm gonna do 2 cards on each side for the article. All right, here we go. All right, this is right here. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn them one at a time, so I won't. A couple of them at a time, so I won't get confused, and because I'm not an expert reader. All right. She thought she was stuck in this relationship in the past. She wasn't sure if she wanted to stay in this relationship because he's a kind of hard-tempered person. She wasn't sure she wanted to stay in this relationship with Donald Trump. And she's resistant to change. She likes to have a routine. She doesn't. And she wanted a routine in this relationship where she got along with Donald Trump, and she felt overwhelmed and trapped with him. Wow. This is what the cards say. Like I say, entertainment purpose. She felt trapped with him in the past, in one of them. There were delays in the relationship. She wanted to probably go to counseling, and he didn't want to. There were delays. Maybe she thought that bad things are happening with him. And she thought this marriage was a failure in the past. And she tried to be calm and not let it get to her. She said, oh, he's in one of his moods, so I'm just going to let it slide and just, do something, maybe go shopping or do something, talk to somebody about his mood swings. And she was fearful, fearful of him. I think she was scared of Donald Trump when he got on one of his bad moods. I think she was scared, shitless. I said swear sometimes. So she was scared of him. Wow. And she was confused and she was fearful and she wanted to find the truth. Why is he acting this way? Why is he getting upset all the time? And she says, you are being protected from the decent and the solution. She wants someone to protect her, like have security guards or watching her to protect her from Trump. Lies from a while. Some lies are going to be coming out, though, in the relationship. And this is star power. You need engaged work that we. So she probably she wanted fame out of this relationship, and she wants to work it out, but she knows that it's going to be hard, and she's afraid that people will know the truth about her relationship with Donald. Now I'm going through Donald in the past. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. All right. there was conflict in the relationship. They fought a lot. He fights with her. He was fighting with her. He loves himself. Not surprised there. Narcissistic psychopath. So he loves himself. He thinks he's in the right. He's entitled. He cares about it. Disbalance. He's one-sided. Cares about himself. Doesn't care about her at all. Hard to say that. So he cares only about himself. And he thinks there's some mystery in his relationship with her. I think he's keeping things from her. Maybe he's cheated. I'll look that up if he's cheated on her. And he doesn't have patience with her in the relationship. He doesn't care about her. There's no patience. He doesn't have patience for her. He doesn't want to deal with her. Like, leave me alone. I don't want to deal with her. Yeah. And he thinks he's smart. He thinks wisdom. He thinks he's smart. He thinks he's the cat meow. He thinks he's wonderful. And he's going to try to forgive her when she acts up, And he wants to find peace in the relationship. He doesn't want all the drama and the fighting. Success. Path your will bring you. So he wants success in this relationship. He doesn't want to have these disagreements and fighting. A long way you will be on the track. He thinks they will be on a track of getting into a good relationship with Marina. Passage. Your current situation is mean to the end. You are making the uncertain voyage to a new world. Maybe he was thinking, maybe this relationship isn't always going to turn out the way he wants, and maybe I'll go to a new end. Maybe he'll end up getting separated or getting divorced again on the third time. All right. Here's the present for Marina. And then I'll do Trump's present. The article. Oh, backwards. Can't do these backwards. Repressed. She thinks she's repressed, like she can't speak her mind to Donald Trump because he'll blow up and get pissed off with her. She has to keep to herself because she's afraid of him. She's afraid. She loves herself, though. She cares about herself. She's not a person that, who wants to take crap from Donald Trump. And she wants to end this relationship. Oh boy, she wants to end this relationship. She wants a divorce from Donald Trump. She wants this end. She wants a trial separation, and then she wants a divorce from him. And she thinks she wants structure in this relationship. She thinks she is manly, feminine, manly thing, because this is the emperor. It's a manly card, the father figure, and she tries to be aggressive with Trump. Like, she's scared of him, but she's not also gonna take any crap from him. She's aggressive and she's bold and brave, and she wants to be the one in command, not him. And successful. She wants to be happy. She wants to. She feels bad news because the way he treats her, and the relationship's blocked, and she also wants to be happy in the relationship, and she knows she can't be, so maybe she'll get a divorce. I think she wants a divorce. I'll look that up later. Adventure. She wants a new adventure in her life outside of her marriage. She wants to work. Maybe she wants to, do help people in the future. Magic. You have the power to magic she wants a better life than what she is in with Donald Trump. She wants to make it better. And she wants sky the limit. She wants better. Here's Trump. In the present. In the present, he's ruthless in this relationship. In the present, he's talkative, he spouts out his mouth, he says things. He thinks he has new ideas about the relationship and things in general. And he's very youthful. He's acting like a child with his dementia, and she thinks like, oh God, he's gonna, throw tantrum. This is the child, piece of sword. He's acting like a child. He feels like he's very confident, like he can stand up for himself in this relationship. King of Swords. Uh, he thinks he's a truth seer. He thinks he's telling the truth in the way he sees it. He's not going to take crap from his wife and other people. And he thinks he's a good leader. But he's distracted from this relationship, with other things than just this marriage, like, what's going on in Iran, his health. He's distracted on his health. And there's delays because his motor functions aren't good. Except he thinks unfolding. Access to a greater position is opening up. He thinks he's going to be in a greater position, even though his health is fading. He thinks he's greater, he's a great president. He's great with Iran and Pakistan. He thinks he's good with that. He thinks he can expand with that, innovation. Need to come with new. He thinks he has new strengths. He thinks his brain is still working. And he has new strengths, and he had old ideas. Maybe he thinks he can still be a good president in some ways, and he can create new ideas and test new ideas. Like things that in the future when he's still alive, he's trying to do. All right, now I'm gonna say about both of the present on both of them. I'm just going to do tarot cards because this can take too long. In the present, where is the card? Oh, yeah. In the present with her, what's the future hold with them in the future? Melanie Trump. What does she see in the future with them? And then I'll do one of just her. What does she think her and Donald in the future? Please tell me. I'll do 3 cards or just flip them. She thinks there's competition, challenges in the relationship. There's bad problems going to happen. There's going to be struggles in the relationship. She's, his health. She knows that his health is deteriorating. She knows bad things. He says things. She knows that there's going to be problems in the relationship, and she's determined to, rise above it and not let him do it. And there's going to be hardships, in this relationship. Maybe she'll lose some money over this because these people lied about his health and stuff, and they want to build that stupid ballroom. So yeah, and she's worried, and she probably knows he's sick, and she's not feeling 200% about it either. Her health isn't 100% because of him. She's probably stressed out because of his health. Maybe it's making her a little ill. Look, yeah, she feels sick because of his health. She's probably has some depression or illness. She thinks Trump is stubborn and doesn't care about other people, and she thinks he's obsessed with wealth and only cares about that and doesn't care about people, and she thinks he's only interested in stuff. All right, now I'll do what he thinks about her in the relationship, and then I'll ask her if she thinks he's ever cheated on her. Sorry if this is a long video. All right, here we go. What does he think of her? Ooh, not good cards. He's naive. He knows that he is naive. He probably thinks the marriage is fine and there's no problems, and he's fearless. He doesn't care about what people think of him, even though he's sick, and he's a risk taker. He says things and does things without seeing the long picture and caring about what other people think. He's a risk taker. He doesn't care about what people think or what they do or what he says. He doesn't give a damn. Yeah, he nags people, like screams at them, nags at them, is nasty, acts like a child. And he have conflicts with people. He has conflicts with her. He nags her. He conflicts with her and has problems with her, and there's financial problems too. Because he wants to spend that money on the ballroom, and he's obsessed with status. He wants everybody to think he's a cat's meow, that he's wonderful, terrific, and he also wants her to think he's terrific. He knows that he thinks he wants to reject her in the relationship. He doesn't really want the relationship anymore, even though he's stuck with her, and he loves her himself. Donald Trump loves himself. Narcissistic dude. He loves himself. The straining in the relationship. He, because of his, health problems, and he argues with her and other people. He argues. This is him and her. He argues with her. I'm going to ask, does she think he's cheating on her? I'll do another different article cards, and then I'll do 4 cards, and I'll do the tarot, regular tarot, and then I'll do 2. Does she think he's cheating on her? Please tell me. Does Anna, you think Donald cheated on you at any time of your marriage? We don't do 2 cards here. Oracle. Did you ever think Donald cheated on you? Because I don't think you would be doing that. Are you kidding? Yeah. He put in his candy in the cookie jar. I'll do 4 cards. Maybe. She says maybe. All right, and 2 cards here. All right. Courage. She wants to be strong in this relationship because she knows whatever happens, she has to stand by him even though she's not happy about it. She'll have to, sorry, I have allergies. She has to be courage. She has to be faithful to him even though she knows things haven't gone really well in the relationship. And she's worried. She's tired. She's stressed out in this relationship. She's not happy in this relationship. She's not happy. The guy's not happy. He looks worried. He looks pissed off. And, and she, in this boundary, she's probably going to have to set boundaries on him, like watch him and say, you cannot cheat on me. You can't do all these nasty things to me. And she's hoping for the best in this relation. I have to hold this, cover this, because you can get in trouble. She's hoping for the best of this relationship. Things will get better. She's trying to be calm, and she's kind of religious, and she's trying to, talk to someone. Maybe she talks to her priest or someone, therapist or somebody she knows, a family member, and says, what should I do? And do faith. And she thinks there's good omen that's going to happen. Something good is going to come out of this bad relationship. She knows this relationship is blocked. The relationship is blocked. She knows that it's not turning out the way she wanted, or she thinks he's selfish and doesn't care about her. She thinks he's dependent. She has to depend on others because she can't depend on Trump because he's self-centered and he only cares about herself, and she's overwhelmed. She's overwhelmed being married to this guy and him only caring about infidelity. That's what it says. He did cheat on her, and she knows that. Self-respect. She's trying to get self-respect out of her relationship and on herself. She wants to learn to be self-respect, the self-confidence. She's jealous of him always trying to, make her look bad in front of other people. She's jealous of, him having affairs and flirting. So who wouldn't be jealous of someone flirting? And she's insecure too because he cheated on her. He cheated. Star power, you need encouraging without will let you talent shine. She wants to make this relationship work, but she has to make herself shine. She needs to be out of the relationship with Trump, make herself shine. Maybe once he passes, she'll do other work. Maybe once she retires of being the first lady, she'll do something. Maybe she'll do some work for children or other works. Passage. Your current situation is means to an end. You are making the uncertain voyage to a new world. So she knows something's going to happen to the end. His health is getting bad. He's getting help. So it's a new end is like that his health is getting bad and she's going to be left being a widow. I'm going to say, does she, one question more, does she know that he's going to be passing sometime within, does she know that he's going to be passing in the next 3 months? I'll say 3 months. Does she know that he's going to be passing in the next 3 months? Does Milana know that Donald's going to pass in the next 3 months? I'm just doing 4 cards in the past. Overwhelmed. She's overwhelmed by the fact. She's overwhelmed by the fact that he's going to be passing away, and she'll be left holding the bag of why didn't tell the truth, or him, tell him that he was sick and dying, and she gave up, and she's saying, I'm giving up. I'm not going to hold. I'll have the his vice president and them talk, and she's going to try to recover from his death. And there will be finances. Maybe they'll lose some money because they lied about his health. And she's going to try to have better health. And there's a beginning. She's going to be in a beginning, like she'll be happy. Once he passes on, she'll recover. She'll be happy. She's going to be happy. She's going to feel like a free spirit, like she can be herself like she was before she married Donald Trump. And she thinks she's a generous person. Once Donald Trump is gone, maybe her finances will get better. And down to her, she thinks she's a down to earth person, and she cares about other people. And she's grateful for the way the people treated her to be in office. So that's all I can think of right now. Maybe I'll make an update video on Melania Trump. If I say a name wrong, I'm sorry, I have ADHD. But like I said, in all my videos, entertainment purpose. Until next time, bye.